say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
Yes. The Democrat Party is nothing if not racist. They're 100% racist all the time, have been forever. Yeah, the bullwhips, the plantations, the KKK, the Jim Crow laws, the abortion. They're not on the side of civilization. That's for sure. Ilhan Omar. She no like the white man. No like the white man. Pretty remarkable stuff. And having a little powwow yesterday in Minnesota when some guy, Ilhan Omar, some guy walked up and squirted salad dressing on her or something like that. And the media couldn't be more outraged. It's a bigger deal than when Steve Scalise was shot and nearly killed by a Bernie Sanders campaign volunteer, of course. And that's all fine. Ilhan Omar. It's a big deal because, you know, the media. We have the media to and the guy arrested. He's got a name and everything, and it's going to be a big deal. It could be the trial of the century. It might be like Omar as O.J. Simpson. It could be maybe more like Jussie Smollett, but we'll have to see about that. Just remarkable stuff. And Ilhan Omar attacked in Minnesota. The New York Times really riled up about it, very, very riled up. And the man has been taken into custody. It's going to be one of the great mysteries of our age, no doubt about it. And in fact, I want to get some more audio from the event as this guy walked up and he didn't really attack her. He had an oversized syringe with what might be salad dressing or vinegar or something, and he sprayed a bit of it on her, and she didn't respond at all because she's so brave and fearless, you know. And there are questions being raised as to whether she gave him a high sign that gave him the green light to come up and squirt the salad dressing on her or whatever. And the guy's name is Anthony James. It's Kazmierzak. It's his last name is Kazmierczak. Kazmierzak, and 55 years old, according to NBC fake news, so it might or might not be right. Arrested on suspicion of assault. I'm suspicious about it too, but has yet to be formally charged, according to NBC fake news. And they're immediately on Al Gore's amazing internet. The word spread, oh, this thing looks staged, this looks fake, this looks ridiculous. You can't be, and so it goes. But let's get back to the rest of the audio, because she was saying, and we don't need to play this one again, but she was saying that ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, must be defunded, and it can't be reformed or rehabilitated. It must be dissolved, eliminated. ICE must be. And Kristi Noem, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, she must resign or be removed by impeachment from office because the Democrats are just on a jihad, and it's what they do. And let's go to soundbite number 19, because there are naturally liberal women in the room. And when the guy stood up from the front row on the seat right on the aisle, right in front of the podium, stood up and squirted some salad dressing on her. And then he backed away. He was actively backing away from her, not approaching her, he didn't stay threatening. Squirting salad dressing on somebody from a syringe is weird behavior, but he's backing away. And she was walking toward him. And then the big guy with the shaved head wrapped his arms around the lunatic and dragged him away. But is he a lunatic, or are they old friends, or are they, maybe they got all that money, billions of dollars that has been siphoned off. Maybe, maybe he's getting a piece of the pie, because you know how the Democrats are. They're like that. Soundbite number 19. Here's a woman in the room freaking.
Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
We'll go.
No, we will continue.
No. Ilhan.
No, we will continue.
No, we will continue. This are not going to get away with
You need
it.
to go get checked. No, I don't know what.
I'm glad they're all so impressed.
That's whatever it is smells so bad. She needs to go get checked. I don't know
That's
what that
that's
was.
what they want. Please don't let them know.
That's
It's
what
not
they
about
want.
him, Ilhan. It's not about him.
Please.
It's about your safety.
Yeah, it's not about him, Ilhan. It's about your safety. It could be salad dressing. It might be fresh as a summer's eve. I don't know why vinegar would smell so terrible. It might smell like the salad bar, but that's we got to get you checked out. No, I'm fine. She was quite comfortable. She didn't have any problem with this. And then there's at least one security guy there, and possibly two security guys. One of them looked like he was security with Hamas. That's probably her personal security guy, big guy with a big beard, and he's got an earpiece, and looked like he should have an AK-47. And they want Ilhan Omar to leave.
We're going to keep talking. Just give me 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. I beg you.
I beg you.
The show. Please don't let them have the show.
You've already said.
Please don't let them have the show.
The show?
Please don't let them have the show.
Please don't let them have the show. It's a show. You hear that? Please don't let them have the show. The show must go on because this is all theater. This is all show business when you're a Democrat. And don't let them have the show. The show, well, you already said that ICE has to be defunded and dissolved and done away with, and that Kristi Noem must resign or be removed from office by way of impeachment. And so you've already, I think those were your headlines. And then you get this, and this is the real headline, of course. And the guy's behavior was very unusual. You never seen behavior like this before. Guy walks up, an oversized syringe, squirts salad dressing at her, and then backs away from her immediately while she walks toward him. And on MS-13 DNC, they're going to say, "Oh, look how brave she is," and there are a couple of other possibilities, and that is that it's all staged, that it's all fake, that she doesn't want to be investigated for the tens of millions of dollars. You know, the Democrats are being investigated in Minnesota for maybe billions, maybe $9 billion disappearing into the hands of the Somalis there. And the Democrats suddenly have, oh, great, we've got riots in the streets. We're out here in the streets. Now, removing 10 times as many illegals from Texas, no riots, no violence, no attacks on ICE in Texas, but fill a state with Democrats, and there's political violence everywhere all the time. So we've got that going. And now Ilhan Omar is out there talking about impeaching Kristi Noem and removing her from office and dissolving ICE and defunding ICE. And a guy squirts Summer's Eve salad dressing on her. Is there a Summer's Eve salad dressing? I think there might be. And then suddenly, oh, I'm so brave. No, it must go on. The show, and she's calling it the show. The show must go on. We have that clip there, Michael, because she uses the word show repeatedly about how we can't let them take the show. Listen to this.
I beg you. Please don't have the show. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show.
Please don't let them have the show. Don't let them have, there's only one. It's not them, it's him. Don't let him have the show. Have the show. Don't let him have the show. And that's why she wants to stay, because she doesn't want to let them have the show. The show. So she calls it a show. Isn't that kind of peculiar? She just had this, John F. Kennedy Dealey Plaza moment, but with salad dressing instead of a communist with a rifle. And like Steve Scalise had a communist with a rifle, a Bernie Sanders campaign supporter with a Chinese combat assault rifle shot Steve Scalise on the baseball field. But never mind that. So here is Ilhan Omar, because the show must go on.
Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us.
Mogadishu strong. Yeah, Minnesota strong. It's Minnesota nice, I think, is what it used to be.
Everybody settle down.
Everybody should
I'm going to finish my remarks. It is important for me to continue to lead my Democratic colleagues in demanding her resignation.
Same thing she already said, and that's her resignation. Otherwise, she must be, and that's Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security. They're just the party of anarchy and chaos, and they need to sow anarchy and chaos because they believe it's what serves their party best. And I guess it does. You know, they've been rioting since I was 8 years old, and the Democrat Party there. But wait a minute. Oh, we don't let them have the show. Don't let them have the show. We've got to go on. And then she repeats what she'd already said, that Kristi Noem must resign. And isn't that great? And after the squirt, which all the media is calling a spray, a reporter, oh, no, are you okay? Did you get any salad dressing on you?
Representative Omar, are you okay?
You know, I'm going to go figure if I am, but I feel okay. I feel that it is important for people, whether they are in elected office or not, to allow these people to intimidate us, to make us not fight for our constituents and for the country we love. And as I said, you know, I've survived war, and I'm definitely going to survive intimidation and whatever these people think they can throw at me, because I'm built that way.
Thank you.
I'm billed that way. And she said, what did she say? She missed a word there, that it's important that we let these people intimidate us. Is that what she said?
It is important for people, whether they are in elected office or not, to allow these people to intimidate us.
Yeah, we must allow these people to intimidate us. And then who was it, Michael? NBC? No, it was Daily Beast. They added the word not. They just corrected her grammar, added the word not to the quote, not in parentheses or with an asterisk or anything. They just corrected her grammar for you because they're racist, you know, and that's their thing. So they corrected the grammar because it's good to be a Democrat, you know. Grammar doesn't have to be yours. Most of the reporters don't know their grammar either. But isn't that amazing? So, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm great. Everything's fine. Really, the big problem is evangelical Christians, because they're a cancer on the country, according to one Democrat podcaster. I've got that for you. And then we've got the Democrat running for Attorney General in Ohio, who says he wants to execute Donald Trump. He's going to convict him of something. We'll decide what the charges are later, and he'll be found guilty, according to the Democrat wannabe Attorney General in the state of Ohio, and then we'll execute him. I assume it'll be public, maybe pay-per-view. They'll find a way to make money off of it because they need another house at the beach. These people are really something. Yes, sir. All right, Michael. Let's go back to the telephones. Let's go to Chris, calling from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Christopher, you are on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris, how are you, man?
Very good.
Happy Wednesday. Judy Omar, I think we're going to call her. I don't know. First of all, I noticed, I keep watching this video and listening to it and trying to hear all the cues. She's like the ultimate uptalker. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
But
yeah.
When she said Kristi Noem must resign,
right?
She goes all the way up into like second octave.
Uh-huh.
And you know, I have a theory about uptalking. It's usually so when you ask a question, you usually uptalk. You say, "Hey, are you going to the store?"
Right.
No, I'm not going to the store. So when people are lying, they're saying those things because they want to see if you're believing what they're saying. Anyway,
interesting. I like that. That's quite interesting. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just want. I don't want to take too much time, but I'm in IT, and a lot of times, you know, we try to find a problem with the computer, you know, and sometimes you don't know, so you start troubleshooting. What you're doing is process of elimination, right? You want to find out what it's not. So what we do know about whatever was squirted on her shirt, which was kind of strange. I mean, if you're aiming for something, why wouldn't you aim for the face? But
right,
is that it's not holy water. We know that.
Right.
We know that it's not plain old water because that's what killed the wicked witch of the West.
True. Good point. Good point. I'm melting.
That's right. I thought it was acid. I had to look it up, but it's probably not antibiotics.
Although they might come in handy in her case. That's good.
Yeah.
With a lot of monkeypox going around and things like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but now this thing is 100% space. All your callers are right. I mean, you could anybody that's not stupid can see that. And what's with the syringe? What is going on? Do you see the nurse from VCU that was suggesting that kind of thing? Really weird.
No.
Yeah, there's a VCU nurse that was suspended for suggesting that people threaten ice with syringes full of saline.
Oh.
It's very weird.
Virginia Commonwealth University you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm going to go look for that, though. They're crazy. The left is crazy, and they're the Democrat Party, and they want to control the White House and both houses of Congress. Speaking of which, President Trump out yesterday in Iowa talking to the crowd about holding on to both houses of Congress in the midterms and about making things less expensive, like gasoline and food and all that. Got President Trump coming up as well. Chris, thanks very much. We'll be back shortly. Yes. And today is, of course, Mailbag Day. I have the mailbag questions right in front of me on the big screen. Let us go back, and also it's not the only story of the day. There are other stories today, too, the president in Iowa and beyond, but most of it is Democrat mayhem, of course. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Rich, calling from the great state of Indiana, where they got a football team there. Rich, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
I enjoy how you describe the idiocracy of things going on today, but I wish instead of calling them clowns or idiots or morons or jerks, that people diffuse that, because it implies that things were done by accident. What these socialists are doing are evil, and that's done on purpose. So when you describe them, I wish people would describe these individuals as evil. And if you remember when Reagan said the evil empire, people got upset and he used the word evil because it got really close to the nerve. And when George W. Bush called the evil when they did 9/11, people got upset at him using the word evil. I think it strikes close to home. And that's just an idea that I'm offering, because I think it's evil. It's done on purpose. You can't dismiss it as clowns or idiots, because they know exactly what they're doing, and they're being very successful at it, unfortunately.
I love the way that you phrase that, very wholesome, all-American way of teeing it up, and you're right. And you're right. We shouldn't excuse them as just being jerks or clowns. And you're right. This is the battle between good and evil, between right and wrong, between the darkness and the light. And the left is, of course, the darkness. The left is evil, and the Democrat Party has taken up the torch, the literal torch, and on and on. They're the bad guys. Well, just talking to Rich there, and Rich with some great stuff, and he's right about the semantics and evil and good versus evil and the darkness versus the light, and the left is here to kill and steal and destroy because it's what they do everywhere in the world. Now, the good people, and he was also talking about this lunatic woman at Virginia Commonwealth University, which we call VCU, call it VCU around here, and a nurse, a professional person, a nurse. There was also this lunatic woman on Jussie Waters' show last night who was talking about how when MAGA people get to nursing homes, she's a nurse, got tattoos all over her forehead, and said when MAGA people get to nursing homes that she's going to torture them, that she has a plan to torture MAGA elderly people in nursing homes because they're MAGA people, and she's psychotic, and she ought to be gassed, certainly fired, and be stripped of whatever nursing credentials she has. But here is Libs of TikTok breaking news. A nurse at Virginia Commonwealth University Health who called on other people, on herself and other people, to poison and drug ICE agents has been fired following a report. And this is kind of good stuff. And they said, following an investigation, the individual involved in the social media videos is no longer employed by VCU Health, Virginia Commonwealth University Health. In addition, VCU Health has fulfilled its reporting requirements under Virginia state law. They want to get that on there importantly. And here is, there's a video, it's very, very blurry video, of this left-wing woman from the health thing, a nurse, and she's saying, we've got to inject ICE agents with saline. She's talking about murdering people, and here she is.
I thought of something good. I think it's something weird spot. Sabotage tactic, good. Or at least scare tactic. All the medical providers, grab some syringes with needles on the end. Have them full of saline or succinylcholine. You know, whatever. That will probably be a deterrent. Be safe.
Yeah, fill them with saline or what? Or what? What's the second part? Something more sinister. And have them ready to inject ICE agents. And this is the Democrat Party. They're not liberals. They're the left, and the left loves murder, and they just amazing stuff. She's not done yet. Here she is. She's a healthcare professional and a Democrat white woman.
Okay, for today's resistance tip, I vote. Anybody got any poison ivy, poison oak in their yard? Get some of that up with gloves, obviously. Get it in some water, like a gallon of water. Get the poison ivy oak water, and I'm gonna put it into a water gun. Aim for faces, hands.
Isn't it interesting that this guy that squirted a syringe full of salad dressing on Ilhan Omar didn't go for the face, as one of our brilliant observers, one of our brilliant callers pointed out. Didn't go for the face, just kind of squirted it on her clothing, and she wasn't even freaked out at all, and she's walking toward the guy, and she's calm-eyed and calm-faced for the first time in history, and the guy is backing away from her immediately, and it's all quite peculiar. But this woman at Virginia Commonwealth posted a series of videos in which she encouraged people to inject ICE agents with what is this now? Succinylcholine. What is this? And it's SUCCINYLOCHOLINE. So succinylcholine or something, which will induce temporary paralysis. And she's talking about drugging them and spraying poison ivy and poison oak on them and going for the face. And she's a healthcare professional, but she's a Democrat, and that's kind of the problem with that. And she's got a series of videos. I think we only have the two, right, Michael? But they're more because she's a mental case and a run-of-the-mill Democrat white woman, because they're all insane. They're all completely insane. Just by the way, and I want to get to this CNN stuff too, but Alex Peretti was actually involved in another physical encounter with federal agents a week before he went back with the gun to get into another physical conflict with them, because you know how these people are. They're nuts, and they're violently, criminally insane. They're really something, these people. Now, I want to get, since we've got these people in the... Now, did you grab the one from the lady on Jussie Waters last night with the tattoos on her forehead, talking about getting old MAGA people in nursing homes and torturing them? Did you grab that one, Michael? Okay. Now, let's go back. Maybe we'll grab that one as we go. But let's go to this guy, because this guy is running. His name is Elliot Ford. It's Forhan. And Elliot Fordham, it looks like Fordham, but it's not. It's Forhan. And Elliot Forhan is a Democrat candidate for Attorney General in the state of Ohio, which means he is being promoted by the Democrat Party to become the #1 law enforcement officer in the American state of Ohio. And here is Elliot Forhan on killing Donald Trump. He wants to murder Donald Trump. He wants to be the Attorney General of Ohio. His name is Elliot Forhan.
Hi, this is Elliot Forhan, candidate for Ohio Attorney General. I want to tell you what I mean when I say that I am going to kill Donald Trump.
I'm going to
obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed of capital punishment. That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill Donald Trump.
He got his law degree at Yale. He is an Ivy League lawyer from Yale University. Got his JD, his Juris Doctorate, from Yale University, the Ivy League institution. The Ivy League should be rolled up and set on fire. Maybe Molotov cocktails like the Democrats when they attack Jews' houses, like the Jewish governor's mansion in Pennsylvania with 2 Molotov cocktails. But Kenyon College for his BA. And he's 40 years old, according to his own Wikipedia page. And he went to Yale University for his law degree. And now this is what I mean when I say I want to kill Donald Trump. And he seems quite assured. He didn't say what the charges are. He'll decide what the charges are later on, just like the Communist Party would do in the Soviet Union. And Lavrentiy Beria, the KGB head under Joseph Stalin, the famous line, "Show me the man and I'll show you the crime," and the man is Donald Trump. And Elliot Forehand will show you the crime later on. But whatever it is, it's going to be a capital offense because he's going to have to get the death penalty for, to satisfy the Democrat Party and their bloodlust, their murder, their savagery, their barbarity. These people are not normal people. They're not good people. And he is a Democrat who wants to be, again, the chief law enforcement officer, attorney general in one of our states. And isn't that amazing? Yes, sir. And the Times Now News with the headline, "Who is Elliot Forehand? Ohio Attorney General candidate explains how to kill Trump." And how to kill Trump. This is in the headline. And the word kill is in quotation marks. Amid backlash. There's no backlash from the Democrats. They're just fine with this. And it's the story reads, Democratic Ohio Attorney General candidate Elliot Forehand is facing intense backlash after a video he posted to X. It's not like it was secretly recorded. He posted it very proudly and went viral. Naturally, doesn't everything go viral, in which he said he would, quote, kill Donald Trump, end quote, later explaining that he was referring to pursuing a criminal conviction that would result in capital punishment following a hypothetical trial and guilty verdict because, and what are the charges, we'll decide that later. In the video, Forehand laid out his remarks in explicit legal terms. Not really. I want to tell you what I mean when I say I'm going to kill Donald Trump. I mean I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence, that'd be a death sentence, duly executed of capital punishment, he said. That is what I mean when I say I'm going to kill Donald Trump. He's a third world monkey. He should be living in a tree. The guy is, this is the Democrat Party, the mainstream of the Democrat Party. They're running him for attorney general. Might as well run him for governor of Ohio. And isn't that fine? Elliot Forehand announced his campaign for Ohio attorney general in February of 2025. So that's basically a year ago. He previously served one term in the Ohio House of Representatives, where he was stripped of his committee assignments and lost access to his office following reported altercations with colleagues. He's a dangerous, mentally ill, violent criminal psychotic, and the Democrats are running him for attorney general of one of our 50 states. Forehand has drawn controversy before, I guess in addition to these other things. 5 days after the assassination of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk in September of 2025, Forehand wrote, "Beep Charlie Kirk," the F word that they use the F word like 5-year-olds. Beep Charlie Kirk in a Facebook post with a red backdrop and F Charlie Kirk. He later defended the post, saying it began with the words, "Violence is wrong. and then right after violence that he approves of, and he wants to be the chief law enforcement officer. Again, the current attorney general in Virginia is a Democrat who said that he wanted to shoot the Republican Speaker of the State House in Virginia in the head twice with the 2 bullets he had, and then he said, I think he wanted to kill their children. He wanted to kill his children too, and it's good to be a Democrat because the Democrats are a dangerous gang of Confederates breaking away from the Union, and I gotta tell you, these guys, Jay Jones, has had kill, shoot in the head, Republican elected officials, and kill the children, and that's okay when you're a Democrat. All the Democrats in Virginia voted for Jay Jones, and he is now the Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia because the Democrat Party is a gang of violent, criminally insane, mentally ill miscreants. That's great. Newsweek magazine had November 4th, Democrat Jay Jones wins despite texts fantasizing about killing opponent. Isn't that fine? Democrat Jay Jones won Virginia's race for Attorney General, NBC News projected, prevailing in spite of a scandal over leaked text messages that showed Jay Jones fantasized about killing a Republican lawmaker and his family. Remarks that rocketed, and this elevated his status. This got more Democrats to vote for him because they want a bloodbath in the United States of America. Remarks that rocked the final weeks of his campaign and drew condemnation from both sides of the aisle, and then he won in a landslide. Though few calls from fellow Democrats for Jones to drop out, and they all voted for him because they're ghouls, they're bloodthirsty ghouls. They're the party of slavery, And the Republicans, the Emancipation Proclamation ending slavery, and Democrats shot Abraham Lincoln in the head and killed him. First American president to be assassinated, first Republican president ever assassinated by a Democrat who wanted to keep slavery because the Democrats just love cheap labor, don't they? Just love cheap labor. These people. These are the Democrats in 2026 in the United States of America. Aren't they amazing? Yes, they are. And now the would-be Attorney General running for Attorney General right now in Ohio wants to kill Trump. How? Well, he's got some phony kangaroo court that the Nazis would put on where he's guilty before we begin, and the penalty is execution. And then you find him guilty with a jury of slime bags like him, and then you execute him because Democrats. That's your Democrat Party in 2026. They're not what they used to be. But they are what the Nazi Party used to be. So we've got that. And the communists. You got the communists in the streets, the Party for Socialism and Liberation in the streets in Minnesota. They got their names all over the signs, and not a single media person has noticed it because of their tiny, corrupt little brains. Tiny, corrupt little brains. Democrats. That's what we call it, severely mentally ill Democrats. SMEDs. So SMIDs, severely mentally ill Democrats. Now, I've got more coming up on those people. I'm going to call them those people. Yes, sir. They need help. I'm not willing to give them help. I'm just willing to tell the truth about them. Call them out. I think that'd be a real good idea. We remain at 888-630-9625.
That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill Donald Trump.
Tim Walz went, he's the governor of Minnesota. He's a Democrat. His brain is very, very small. And he was on a podcast today. He says he wants to re-debate J.D. Vance, and this time he would beat the beep out of him in there. They all curse like 5-year-olds in crusty old bodies, these people. And I have the mailbag coming up. I have my mailbag questions in front of me after the top of the hour, the mailbag. It's Mailbag Wednesday. That's what we have going on here. Lots of great stuff going on. And turns out Alex Preddy found himself in another physical confrontation with federal agents a week before he was shot and killed by agents in yet another physical confrontation with agents. That will not cause his stock to go down in the eyes of Democrats at all, however, and I've got that coming up. CNN was confused by it. I've got their confusion to share with you as well. Now let's go to the telephones. Let's go to Jim, calling from the great big city of Chicago, Illinois, listening on the wonderful WLS. Jimmy, you're on the Chris Plante Show.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Jim.
First time I ever got through to you. I'm proud.
Welcome. So glad you're here.
Yeah, the Ilhan Omar's reaction to being sprayed with that liquid reminds me of that speech back in 1912 when you seen Teddy Roosevelt take a shot to the chest, and he continued on with his speech for 84 minutes because he's a patriot. And I think Omar's a patriot. We need to put her on some money.
Yeah, it's true. Teddy Roosevelt was shot in the chest and by a Democrat, would-be assassin, Republican president. Another Republican president shot by another Democrat. That's happened a lot. And you're right. He took the bullet, and his speech was in his coat, and the bullet hit his speech. It was a good thick speech, and there was blood and everything. But he said, "I'm going to walk it off," and he went and finished his speech because he was Teddy Roosevelt.
Just like Ilhan did.
Just like Ilhan Omar, because she is so brave, and she walked toward her assailant, who may be a family friend, and she may have given a high sign to him to come up and squirt her with salad dressing out of it's just these people. What's the matter with these people, Jim?
Well, I think we don't understand patriotism the way they do. I think they just got a better handle on it than we do.
That might be it. Yeah, they burn the American flag rather than waving the American. They call you terrible names if you wave the American flag, right?
Yeah. Well, they're starting to bring guns, so we're ready to play.
Yeah, they're starting to bring guns. It's true, and and I've got an update for you. Wait till this CNN thing, Dana Bash and another fake reporter at CNN. Oh yeah, it turns out he had another run-in with federal agents a week ago. Unclear whether he had his gun back then, but apparently he got a broken rib in his last brawl with federal agents, according to CNN. I've got that coming up. And also, I got an update on the Virginia Commonwealth University nurse who wants to inject ICE agents with toxins and all of that stuff. I've got an update on that. Former VCU nurse could be in legal trouble. Oh, no, not legal trouble. We can't have Democrats in legal trouble. Thanks, Jim.